Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. It's Chuck here, and we have two properties today, and I promise you that one of them is, if not a great location for you, it's definitely very entertaining. So stay tuned. What I want to talk about first is the issue of timing the market this time of year. And I had an email from a lady. Her name will remain anonymous, but what she said to me is, I want to move in by the end of February, and I thought, it's really something that you may want to consider to start your search now. And I know for this time of year, people fall into two categories. Either number one is they have a little bit more time, or sometimes they have a little bit less time with Christmas parties, Christmas shopping, all the rest of it, and end of year for work. So bottom line is, from the time that you put an offer in, you're probably looking at anywhere from 2 to 3 months to close a home on average, because if you think about it, the next home that you buy, those people probably have to buy another home too if they haven't done so already. So do we see quick closings? Yeah, we do, but I would say the average is probably about 60 days it takes from the time the offer goes in to the time that you actually move in. So if you work that back, that would mean you'd really have to buy a home in the month of December, because even lawyers, things like that, they take that whole Christmas window off. So anyways, it's something to think about. And why that can be a good opportunity, let me show you through stats. So usually what happens, and I've got a graph, and I can show that, so I'm going to do a separate video on this, but when you look at it, so this is 2009, we look at January, the 343,000, then we see that little hop up in the spring, getting as high as 403 in June, and then we start seeing the end of summer, it slows down a little bit, comes back up through the fall season, and then we've got a slow December. And then January starts off at 409, about the same as December. And we're seeing the same pattern this year here too. So, and this is the stats for the entire Greater Toronto area. That's why the prices look a bit higher. But this happens all over the place, including Milton. It's no different. And these numbers are just an example here too. So we're going to see, we're just getting the stats in for November, but I can pretty much guarantee that they're going to be at or less than October, because that's what history shows. So December oftentimes can have lower prices on average, and the other thing that it has, so obviously lower prices, why doesn't everyone buy in December? The issue is sometimes the inventory, but if you find the right home in December, or at least if you have your eyes open to notice that stuff, you can often find a really good deal, because the people in December who are still selling their homes, the non-serious people take their home off the market and say, I'll try it in the spring. The serious people say, I need to sell, and so I need the chance to be on the market that maybe I'll get an offer from someone. So very interesting, and I think that this time of year, really a lot of agents take it off or dissuade people from looking, but there are some genuine, real opportunities that can happen in December. Now, let's get to today's list. There's two properties for sale, and so the first one is 49 Bronte Street. It's at 419. It's a semi-detached, and basically they sort of ripped the old house out and they built two semis on the lot. So it was probably a 66 by 144 lot. This one's 33 by 144. They probably subdivided down the middle. And so when you look at this one, it's very, very nice inside. There's no doubt about that. You've got the extended uppers. You got pot lights all through the top of the kitchen there. You'd still have to buy appliances, so you want to put that in your budget too. And nice big bathroom upstairs. Only 3 bedrooms. Here's a nice thing too that it has. It actually doesn't show it in this photo gallery, but it has a walkout basement, which, so you got the sliding doors coming out. So the land goes like this as you get towards the backyard. Very, very nice. So I think the price is decent on it. Obviously, you could probably move in before Christmas. Over 2,000 square feet. Now, here's the part that's very interesting, and this one's been for sale for a while, and I think I know why it's a little bit hard to sell. So that is what's on Google Maps. When you look at this property, you can see the bay window in the front there too. So this is Bronte Street, and when you look around, I love this. I think this is the best thing ever. So when you look around, you've got an auto shop there, and then you have the adult novelty and video store. So if you're into that kind of thing, this could be an awesome place to live. And the other thing too is, if you want to get really kinky, there's a tattoo parlor that's just over here. So you could have loads of fun here, or it could be the most offensive thing in the world to live across from basically a place that sells lingerie and adult videos and sex toys and all the rest of it. So, anyways, interesting, important to know, obviously, before you go see it. And so, but I mean, price wise, it compares pretty well to some of the best stuff that's selling in Milton Trails, some of the real premium semis, and I think it deserves to do that. Location, again, may just be a bit of an issue. So Regional Road 90 or 950 97 Regional Road is at 995, and it's a 1.5 story. It's sort of like a conglomerate mix of a bunch of stuff. I mean, that's an addition, clearly. 3 bedroom, 3 washroom. It's on almost 100 acres, and it's in Flamborough, and it's actually west of Highway 6, so it's pretty far out there. I was debating whether or not to showcase this. The second of all, because it's a farm, and to be honest, I don't do farms. I don't know anything about the economic, reliability of, like, if you have this one in particular, out of 100 acres, about 60 of them are actually usable. So could you lease that out to someone? What does it lease for? I have no idea. I would have to refer that to a specialist. But it looks like it's really good inside. There's some nice upgrades that happen. Excuse me. That looks like a excuse me, a cork floor, which can be actually pretty warm. And if you have them in the kitchen, they're actually pretty funny because you can drop a jar and it sort of bounces back up. Looks like a walkout basement there too. And how do you price this? I mean, the cost to build that would be, I would guess, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so you've got extensive amounts of money that could be made from this one. I know the price tag is nearly $1 million, but I would assume to rent 60 acres of workable land, plus on top of that you've got all the stalls and the hay barn and the workshop and all the rest of it. There's got to be some money in there too for horses. So it'd be interesting to see if you could actually live on this land for free. I don't know, but anyways, you got 98 acres. There's a ton of space, and that is our list today. So I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to talk more about market timing as we get into this time of year. We're going to talk about HST and how it affects house prices. I've touched on it before, but I'm really going to get serious because there's a study that said that 56% of people basically don't know where HST applies in this process. So I'm going to show you. We may talk about closing costs. We're going to have some good times in these videos, and that is it for today. So have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.